So when he was absent, they would sit in my chair, and I'll never forget the moment where I was like, I didn't even feel worthy to have that type of clientele sitting in my chair. I didn't know what to say to them. I felt like I couldn't even speak to them on that level, and I felt very insignificant. Like how in the world am I able to cut a doctor at 21 years old? So the funny thing about it is, they started really speaking into my life. Like, I'm quiet back there, so I'm just doing what I'm doing, and they're saying, so what's your next step? What's your next move? Like, are you married? You have kids? And they started really mentoring me in business. That is huge for somebody 21 years old. Like, Kevin Smith was so hard on me. I'm talking about, he was from Detroit. So when he would speak to me, his speaking to me was a little bit different. He was like, man, you need to shut the hell up and listen. You this young man, you think you know it all, but listen to me. And me not having no pops, like, for some reason I embraced it. Like to the point where he'll tell me to read something. If I didn't read it, he'd be like, I ain't giving you shit else to read. He was like, it's pointless. He was like, that's what's wrong with you young people. Here it is, I'm spending time where I typically charge somebody for this information. I'm giving you free game. You had the nerve 2 weeks later to come back and tell me you didn't even read it. And I'll be like, okay, this is a different level of mentoring me. So eventually, I started becoming a sponge. I was like, Kevin, please forgive me, bro. Like, tell me that one more time. So then him and I ended up having these deep conversations where the dialogue was not what I was used to. And then Dr. Harris was different. Dr. Harris was like, kind of nurturing the little boy in me, almost like, okay, yeah, you got this big vision, but what's your next step? Man, you got a beautiful family. What are you gonna do to keep it? Like, it was kind of weird. So everybody played their role, and I just remember thinking, like, dang, I'm seeing this man, this doctor and this lawyer from Greensboro. One is from Detroit, inner city, and they're showing me pictures of like poverty, where they came from. I started looking at Gastonia different. I started looking at it like, damn, it would probably be harder to make it in a big city than Gastonia. So if I can't set myself apart in little old Gastonia, like, I ain't working hard enough. So with that becomes like, people think you think you something else. Like, oh, Marlo think he doing appointments now. He doing this. Like, man, dude got this big vision, and he's starting to become arrogant. I looked at it totally different.